Hello everybody, my name is Strange and welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about cursed cannonballs. But more importantly, more cursed cannonballs that can be added to the game. This video will be some concepts and just some general ideas, and also just let me know your ideas in the comments below as well. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you definitely do. It helps out a lot and is very much appreciated. Also, a like is very much appreciated. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, with the Cursed Cells update in 2018, we got Cursed Cannonballs. Cursed Cannonballs can be very effective in PvP, and can definitely help you to turn around a fight if you are losing. But the current Cursed Cannonballs we have aren't very unique. They're pretty basic, and even though we do have quite a few already, I think it would be a nice change to maybe get some more. And at the moment, quite a few of them are actually pretty much the same. An example of this is the Weary Ball and the Jig Ball, which both make you emote. These emotes both last the same amount of time, but they're two separate different cannonballs, so they are essentially the same thing. Anyway, let's get into the possible concepts for cursed cannonballs. The first one is the Squid Ball. It's pretty simple how this works. When it's shot at the ship, it affects the players, so it would be a green cannonball to start with. And once it hit the ship, the players would get an ink splat on their screen. This could be similar to a blooper in Mario Kart, and I guess also sort of similar to when someone vomits on you, which is already in the game. I'm sure with the Sea of Thieves Pirates Life they could implement some form of Davy Jones thing into it, whether you get it from Tall Tale 5 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm sure they can work out a way to somehow link it to Davy Jones. Or another way is possibly it puts an octopus or a squid on your screen that's like squirming around. That could also be a possibility, but I don't know. This is all just concepts. Obviously, none of this is probably ever going to happen, but it's fun to talk about these kind of things. So for this one, I couldn't really think of a better name, but it's pretty simple. So pretty much this one affects the ship. When it hits the ship, it adds a small layer of water to the bottom of the ship. Obviously this would be effective against sloops, but not so much galleons. So it would pretty much be the sloop equivalent of the ballast ball. The ballast ball puts the ship lower down in the water, so obviously second deck holes on the galleon, they start pouring water in. So it's pretty much maybe a turned down version of the ballast ball, but for the sloop instead. This would also be effective on the brig as well, but not as much, as it does take more water to fill up the brig. The Inversion Ball would also work pretty simply. As the name would suggest, it inverts the controls. So if you do go into settings, you might find the invert Y and X axes. And pretty much what that does is, if you, for example, turned your joystick left, it would actually turn you right. And for example, if you wanted to move your camera up, it would move it down. I think having a cursed cannonball which affects players like this would be very interesting. It would definitely spice up combat, and, well, it would definitely be annoying. So obviously, balls like this would have to be a lot rarer than other ones, or they would just have to last for quite a short amount of time. This also would include things like if you're turning the wheel, instead of turning it left, you'd actually turn it right. I think it would just make for loads more intense battles. And it's not like other balls where you physically can't do anything, you just have to do everything backwards. Cursed Cannonball Crafting. This is one of my most wanted features in Sea of Thieves right now, and I think it can be pulled off really well. So first of all, where would you go to make them? So if you don't know, on Wanderer's Refuge in the cave there is a little gap between some rocks. In there you can find Wander's Alchemy Lab, where you can find cannonballs and also sorts of potions and curses which are used to curse the cannonballs. And I think if they added a feature where you could craft cursed cannonballs in that cave, it'd be really cool. So for example, if a new item was added called maybe a tattered cloth, if it was combined with a cannonball, you could make a rigging ball. Obviously, these items would have to be quite rare. So for example, the tattered cloth will be a rare drop on the shores of islands. Also, another one would be snake venom plus a cannonball is a venom ball. So for this one, it would be a tiny bit more complicated. You would have to drink your full tankard of grog, and then go up to a snake and wait for it to bite you. And there would be a very small chance that there would be some venom inside the tankard. And if there was, you could combine that with a cannonball to make a venom ball. Another one of these would be a helm ball, which would be a broken wheel handle plus a cannonball. A broken wheel handle could be found on shipwrecks, obviously by the wheel. It would be quite a rare chance that you can actually pick up one of these, but if you could and could craft it into a helm ball, it would be really cool. Obviously there had to be limits on what you can make. I think making an anchor ball would be very, very overpowered, as well everyone knows that anchor balls are very, very powerful. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, definitely leave a like and also subscribe, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.